Hello everyone, this is Crode giving you an update on Sodus. Yes, I know this is actually a text file, but I thought it would be important that you guys get to see the patch notes for version 4.9, which is currently in testing. Now, I'll leave this up for you. Hopefully you guys with 1080p monitors can load this up and take a look, but this is currently what is being done so far in Sodus. We are adding, or excuse me, not we, Echo and Brax have added 2 additional heroes, DARPA and EGON. You guys may remember them back in the good old days of version 3, I believe. They have been significantly changed, and hopefully the game I'm showcasing for you today will have one of those 2 heroes. If not, well, not much I can really do about that, as I have a very limited number of beta games. So gonna go ahead and just let you take a look at these stats over here. Hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go straight into the game. So this is going to be an in-house game taking place on the version 4.9 of the map, and there are a lot of changes. Now, I'm going to be focusing both on the changes. Oh, and there's a Stetman already. So yes, very nice Bishop playing the Stetman. There's going to be some additional changes as well. One of the things that has changed is that you can no longer buy back your heroes. So you can no longer buy back your heroes with money, but the duration of when you die and when you come back into the game has been shortened greatly. I was able to play a couple quick games, and it does feel much smoother now, where you're not sitting outside of the game for 4 minutes during a crucial part of the game. You do come back in much more quickly, and that is a lot of fun. Also, the game times have changed. The rune creeps still spawn at the 3-minute mark, but the waves actually move out at about the 2-minute mark, or 2-minute 20-second mark, so you have to be careful of that as well. Now, talking about basic strategy and basic ways to open up with your characters, most of the time, can I actually hit escape? No, I can't do that. Trying to get the items. If you guys are new to Sodus, there are a couple different strategies to open up with your starting items. Generally, an accelerator for movement speed, plus a lot of potions, both mana potions and also mana potions and vitality potions help out a lot. You can also go to the beacon route. The beacon, the reason why it is such a strong item to open with is that the beacon gives you gives you shields, which naturally regenerate. It also gives you a good amount of stats to work with. Death and Taxes looks like he will be carrying with T-Bone in the middle. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like Rancor and Drake will be spawning together, and it will also be Tosh and Tox and Zeratul. Now, a couple other things to note: there have been changes to the creep camps as well, or the lanes. There is no longer this line of sight blocker here, so Unix will not be able to get any of those free kills that he was able to earlier. As Zarkum and T-Bone now battling out in the center, I'll try to keep track of all the action for you. Just middle side, just trying to kill creeps, doing a decent job there. Meanwhile, off to the north, Optic Beam in the distance, getting in a lot of damage on the back. One other thing I need to make a point of, or a note of right now, is that most heroes, or all heroes, now have a natural 25% spell resistance. We are still testing this on the in-houses to try and see if it is going to be a little bit more balanced, but there are concerns about base attack heroes, such as Zeratul, as a nice quick slime there, preventing any of the units from really giving a chase, and now also a blink, not opting for a throw first. So interesting strategy coming in from Chewbacca. And also Narzak. So Narzak and Chewbacca owning trying to play in the north lane. Doom and Lalu's playing in the top lane as well. Back over here in the center, you can see both sides just engaging back and forth. It looks like Rancor and Drake have been getting denied heavily so far in this battle, as Zarkum and Stetman is doing a great job. Stetman is much more of a support hero now, so he really only casts spells that save your life, and you can also see that he has the ability, this Caustic Salve. It heals, and it also adds armor as well. His second ability, Proton Pack, and oh my gosh, I missed the kill. So yeah, it looks like Jackson was destroyed after Lord Zarkum came in for the gank from the center. Let me go ahead and head back to that. So, wow. How much did I miss for that? So here we're going to have Jackson here. Lord Zarkum is on the top. Jackson now trying to save Chewbacca. Chewbacca able to come in, but now in comes the Blink, and then just very quickly coming in with Overdrive and Blinkstorm, getting in a lot of damage there, and now once again pulling back. So that was a very quick kill. Even with the additional 25% spell resist, Jackson didn't really stand much of a chance. Micro sitting at level 2, Jackson sitting at level 2. Taking a look at the heroes, Lalu or Tosh is sitting at 3, while ZeroTwo is sitting at 2, and the carries are 4 to 4. T-Bone is a little bit behind right now, as Zarkum now quickly gets to level 5, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to deny, and T-Bone now getting to 5 as well. Meanwhile, back in the bottom lane, you can see Lord Zarkum and Setman just continue to try to push this out, perhaps get some damage onto the tower, but we may get a pluck here. The range on pluck has been increased in the early portions of the level. Is it going to actually happen is the key question. No, just trying to take down some of those zealots instead, and also dropping in a Psy Blaster Marine, using that beacon to try to maximize that damage. And we may get a pluck, and Bishop may be in a bit of trouble, getting a little bit too close, but no real way for Rancor to get off that snipe in time. Zarkum does get taken down though, but I believe it was taken down by the creeps. No, not taken down by the creeps. 0-2 now in favor of the Zerg party. Back over here to the north, we see Tosh continuing to push in, and now level 3 and level 3. So if you guys didn't see that animation, whenever a hero levels now, it is much more obvious, so you can keep track of hero levels, as you can now continue to see that Sulfuric and just Rancor and Drake getting into a little bit of trouble in the bottom lane. That tower may fall down before that 10-minute mark, and Drake is really having a difficulty trying to pluck Stepman or Lord Zarkum right now. So LZ having a very difficult time, or easy time down here. They have control of that shop. Meanwhile, back over here to the north, you can see a quick Terrazine gas being used, and quick teleportations coming in, as now we see Lalu coming in and making an attack and a kill on Chewbacca. No, nicely done, magnetic link for the save there, but Zarkum may come in and do a blink storm as well. Tower diving, is he gonna make it? Yes, and now Chewbacca getting the throw off, and nicely done there. And this may be a bit of a problem, as that tower is a lot of damage, and Lalu barely able to escape at so low hit point, and it looks like Jackson will still get taken down, but a toilet coming in from death and taxes. Nicely done there, evening the score 2 to 3, or getting the score closer to 2 to 3, and now going after Tosh. Tosh is in a bit of trouble, and in comes the toilets. Tosh is now just currently getting stuck there. Is it going to be enough? Does T-Bone have enough? He does have continuing the chase once more. Tosh down to 139, and now ZeroTwo coming back in, but only level 3 compared to a level 7 T-Bone. That is not going to bode well at all. But Micro now finally coming in. There's the slime, and there is a Terrazine gas once more. So nice action coming in on that top lane. Now, you can now see Drake and Rancor continuing to push in, trying to defend this tower over here. Meanwhile, T-Bone needs to perhaps defend that middle lane. The towers in the center are still fairly high on health. It is just that bottom lane on the Zerg side that has really taken a little bit of a beating, already down to 1/3 of the health, as we now in comes, and a nice teleport there. Magnetic link, there's the stun. Is Tosh going to be able to escape? It does look like it, yes. Barely at 215 hit points. He had a vital infusion as well, so that was definitely going to help him out in the long run. And we may have a gank over here. No, LZ not going to be able to gank, as Bishop and ZeroTwo once again blinking back in. It is going to be a gank now, and missing the surround with the ultimate. The Immortal's not dealing any damage there. There is the magnitude, but the magnitude was not followed by a pluck, so that was a bit of a difficult situation there. Now back here we can see T-Bone sitting at level 7, creeping down over here as well. Lord Zarkum and Bishop both sitting at level 6. Stepman's level, or his ultimate ability, is really tough. Learn really tough scientist. What that essentially does is a resurrection, as we make it a bit of a resurrection there. And is it going to actually get taken down? It looks like yes. There goes the death, and it has now tied 3-3, folks. A very even matchup so far, as Bishop now sitting at level 7. He has 2 skill points to use. Not quite sure why he's not training. Finally training up his skill points. Come on, Bishop. You know better than that. Anyways, Chewbacca getting into a bit of a trouble. Is he going to be able to escape out alive? No. And now Lord Zarkum coming back in. Jackson down to almost 550 hit points. And we may get a blink storm. And once again, by Cow now coming in. There's the toilet knocking up into the air. There's the wall. And this is going to be absolutely crazy, folks. As, yeah, I am casting a game. So yes, I am going to MLG Anaheim today. If you guys do watch this, thanks for watching. I hope I see you guys there. As in comes another magnitude, but no pluck. The pluck missing, as now Rancor, both sides continuing to battle it out, and Sulfuric only sitting at level 5. So the Zerg bottom lane really having a difficult time here, and now falling back to that tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, Lalu doing a good job sitting at level 5 as well. It looks like Tosh is sitting at level 6. And there's the teleport. Just all the units just bouncing around inside that little location there. And a quick quick throw, more of a defensive throw that time around, and now we may get perhaps a stun. Meanwhile, in the center lane, you can see Lord Zarkum or LZ continuing to just try to own T-Bone, and a very nice row of toilets there clearing out that creep wave, as now LZ and what, Stetman and Bishop. Yeah, Stetman just trying to own the bottom lane. Are we going to get a pluck? No, it doesn't look like a pluck. A pluck should be coming in. Not quite sure what Sulfuric is trying to do at this stage. His plucks have not been hitting, and usually Rancor and Drake is a very, very strong lane. Meanwhile, back to the north, it looks like another hero was taken down, and now is back up to 6-5. Jackson getting taken down, getting the surround once again off of a very, very nice gank there from the center lane. So the centers have been missing back and forth. The teleport back to the center tower. T-Bone once again coming back in, and are we going to get there's the engagement, there's the overdrive, and then the blink storm not yet engaging. Meanwhile, Drake finally sitting at level 6 as Bishop is trying to creep out some more. It doesn't look like much is really happening there, and we may have another Jack as well, but it's going to be a 3-on-2 fight as Jackson now coming back in on this battle, and now it looks like Chewbacca is going to be in a bit of trouble. Overdrive, blink, trying to escape and unable to. Tosh now getting off a couple stuns. Narzak trying to run away, but really Leori doing a great job with a lot of those kills so far. If I hold this down, yeah, you can now... I can't actually see the score count. Dang it. Alright, Bishop, no. Urban Fries, no. Krynai, no. Sulfuric, no. Unable to see any of the who actually has all the kills as the battle is raging on. Stetman is over here continuing to heal. That is why LZ has been staying alive, and now this may be a bit of a problem there, as now Drake finally pulling back. There's the magnitude, and now are we going to get a pluck? No, no pluck at all. I think a pluck actually would have dealt a lot of damage to LZ, but he was currently healing as well, and doing a great job there. Meanwhile, back off to the north, you can see another quick teleport, and now just jumping in. There's the throw as Jackson was thrown as a defensive caution there, as people are saying now EGON is so imba. I really think that EGON's not imba. I think he's just being played very, very well by Bishop, as Sulfuric has not been able to really land his plucks as much as he needs to. EGON is strong and able to keep LZ alive, so it's almost like LZ has a constant healer in this bottom lane and is making it very, very difficult. A very nice combination of heroes, Stetman and LZ in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, back off to the north, it looks like Chewbacca trying to run away. There is another blink storm. Are we going to get an overdrive perhaps? A nice quick teleport round, and Micro down to 99 hit points, able to escape ever so barely. We can see now the once again the heroes coming in the charge, but there is going to be a couple nukes dropping in, and now it looks like we may get... Oh, there's the pluck, but not far enough. No, not really enough damage to really pull back Lord Zarkon there, as once again you get another heal, and that is so much armor, and then Immortal Solus once again. Sulfuric is going to get surrounded, really be able to escape out. There's the magnitude once more, and now Sulfuric really needs to perhaps just use a magnitude or heal back once again. Bishop now very low on hit points. It looks like Tosh may be able to get the kill, but there's a Vital Infusion and some more healing coming in. Stetman doing a great job. Bishop doing a great job just healing and keeping these parties alive, but in comes the toilet from Death and Taxes, and it looks as though, is it going to be enough? Death and Taxes now currently stuck and now trying to push back off to the north as well. Are we going to get another row of toilets? Is it, a Brownstone Fissure once again, and this may block the counter. And is it going to actually happen? No, it is not going to happen, as I forgot Death and Taxes on the Zerg or on the Protoss side. And just a nice pluck there finally. Is now Crane actually going to get taken down? It looks like he will be by a nuke. That nuke rarely ever gets off any hero kills, but nicely done there once more. So Tosh now coming back in from that top lane, trying to own the bottom. And now Lord Zarkum now coming into the middle. Oh, the Immortal Soul is just missing, and we are going to get constant stuns here. Stetman doing a great job, and now also healing himself. That little ability there is an area effect heal that also slows down enemy heroes. But Bishop in a bit of trouble now, unable to run away from LZ. It looks like he is constantly just healing himself, and it looks like he may actually be able to survive. Yes, doing a great job there, barely surviving. And Stetman, absolutely a beast. It's so difficult to take down. Now, it looks as though Bishop may be coming back into the center portion of the lane, just trying to defend this location here. And now Overdrive plus Blinkstorm dealing a lot more damage once again. Bishop just constantly healing, and I believe a Chrono Dagger. No, a death there, 10-9. A very even battle between these two teams so far, as Stetman is still holding on to that Tier 1 tower. The towers are definitely looking in favor of Protoss at this time. as there goes a throw. The throw now and placing down 0-2. 0-2 in a bit of trouble. It looks like we are going to have another blink now coming in. 0-2 able to pull back. Tosh now going to try to come in as well. It's going to be a 3-on-1 gank, and there's the pluck, and Chewbacca in a bit of trouble. He may get taken down. There's the throw before he gets taken down, but able to get off another kill as well. LZ down over here. As we see, a cow trying to come back in. It looks like Leori is going to be able to pull back. The center tower has been destroyed, though. So it is now a very, very even game as we reach the 20-minute mark. Stay tuned for part 2 of the shoutcast and this replay of Sodus. Yes, an in-house 4.9. I hope you guys are enjoying it.